Oh my god, I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I have like a whole thing because I was thinking about the fact that like why was I so upset that Jocelyn wouldn't have sex with me, and it has to do with like how you're hypersexualized as somebody with big tits, especially from a young age, and you learn that people wanting to have sex with you is dangerous, but people not wanting to have sex with you is also dangerous because if they want to have sex with you, you have like a form of power over them. It's like a whole paradigm. There you go, May. Alrighty.
Woo!
Woo! Shit. Can I just be normal for like 5 seconds? No. No is the response. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
What?
No. It just really makes me laugh that like I honestly did not mean for it to distress you so much that like I kind of closed the book on us ever having sex.
No, it just like it more bothers me that I was bothered by it because then I was like, now you're making it awkward. You're the one who's making it awkward, bear.
Like I mean, I can open the book up again.
And the bear.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Let's see what we do.
Woo!
And welcome back to Boss and the Bear. I'm Jocelyn the Boss.
And I'm the bear.
Okay, so in between the last episode and this episode, we aired a few feelings.
Oh my god.
Everyone's feeling just a little bit vulnerable. So now we're going to play the role of an unfeeling robot.
Okay, Jocelyn, have you seen that video going around on Tumblr where it's like, hey you, I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh yeah,
don't worry,
like,
you can stare
look
at my butt. I feel like
nice.
I can be vulnerable around you right now.
You've tried so hard and your work, and I'm so proud of you.
You're so hard on yourself.
Hard on.
I love that video. Like after you get to the end and you realize there's not going to be like a jump scare, because that's what the music makes you feel, is that there's going to be a jump scare.
I always thought the music was supposed to be relaxing.
Oh, it was really like uncomfortable and off-putting for me at first, and like the constant like eye contact was like offsetting. But
and like the weird robot chicken lips. I never liked that, to be perfectly honest.
I don't necessarily like it, but I understand it as like a animation choice, because like Seth Green already spends all of his time moving around the clay figures, like making the mouths move.
Yeah.
Would be just like awful. I suppose theoretically you could just like do no.
There are some episodes where he does that, but anyway, you were saying about the video, this particular video.
Oh yeah, like after I got over being scared of it, it's like the most comforting thing ever, because yeah, it's very intimate and it makes you feel vulnerable in that way where it's like, I feel like you can be really vulnerable. Like I can be really vulnerable around you right now, you know? And I was like,
the
yeah,
shooting range is through this
you like
door.
this tree I made?
I like.
Brother,
I'm a little bothered by that video, to be perfectly honest. If I'm being 100% like real here.
So real.
That whole line of like, I feel like I can be just vulnerable around you. It skeezes me out.
That's legitimate.
Like, just because I associate that with the context of like some dude trying to like finagle his way into some girl's pants. And that could be my pants, it could be someone else's pants. Like, it's just like creating that sense of emotional intimacy as a manipulation tactic, and
Yeah.
I'm just way too wary about that.
Yeah, it's like that whole video, I keep thinking that something's gonna go wrong, that something bad is happening, that this person is gross in some way, but like at the end of it, it's just kind of like,
It's meant to be an affirmation thing, and I guess
Yeah.
like I don't get that from it. Maybe I'm the bad person, maybe I'm just too emotionally scarred.
I would love to do a study of different people's reactions, like initial reactions to that video, and like see if there's a difference between like between men and women and their reaction to it. Like, do men trust it more because I absolutely get the skeevy. I feel like I can feel really vulnerable because the fact that the character has a masculine voice, is presenting their butt is trying to develop this sense of intimacy.
It's kind of like featureless in a way that we've associated with masculinity.
Yes, I would absolutely say
that's
that.
a whole conversation in and of itself. But anyway,
that this relatively
sexless thing
comes off as male,
like is coded as male in a lot of ways. Just because we recognize the lack of coding, we recognize the male as a standard thing.
Yes, I would absolutely agree with that, and I think that the fact that it is.
We didn't waste any time getting heady in this recording session,
right?
did we?
I just really like that video. It makes me feel a lot of things. It makes me think of like, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but without the nightmare fuel. Like, the nightmare fuel is just, we're at a nightmare fuel, so we put like off-putting dream fuel in instead. Yeah. I like things that make me feel a little uncomfortable.
A little unsettling. That's interesting. I'm kind of, I don't know, sometimes I like that stuff, sometimes I don't. But like, I don't know. I've also been watching 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. And it's like really heavy with like, I really actually love that show because it doesn't pull punches with the ways that like people are cruel to each other in ways that they don't necessarily perceive as cruel, in ways that like you understand why they're doing that. It's not an illogical thing. It's all a defense mechanism, but it culminates in like these awful things happening.
Yeah. And
I like really kind of love that show for being unapologetic about that. And there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like men saying like, oh, I just want to like know who you are. I want to know your soul. And that kind of garb-ass nonsense.
Yeah.
Added that to like my experiences in my own life with like people saying that shit to me, or hearing my friends talk about like the way that shit gets said to them. Just like creates this gestalt of discomfort around that whole concept.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Jocelyn. So everything you just heard about me saying that I like 13 Reasons Why, or any part of 13 Reasons Why, I just want to like put it out there. I don't feel those things anymore. Yeah, I'll get into this in a future episode, but basically 13 Reasons Why is terrible, and it's terrible for a lot of reasons. And I just wanted to really clarify that in this episode, where I find myself saying months in the past that I was enjoying parts of it. Totally wrong, totally not representative of where I'm at now. I love you all, and please, for the love of God, if you need help, please do not hesitate to seek it out. I'm going to put some stuff in the description, some suicide hotlines and stuff. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, back to the episode.
I feel ya.
So I just beat a boss.
Yeah.
I like did a whole level on a boss while we were just talking about all this stuff. I'm a robot.
Yeah. Just like, this game is not engaging storyline-wise.
Well, like,
at all.
Actually, like, this is probably one of the more interesting stories because, like, you're technically a villain for a little while.
Yeah.
But like, it's not even ham-fisted. It's just like, whatever. I don't really believe that like Eggman puts all his new robots through like this training regimen and like, oh, you must fight each other to the death, and the winner gets to like serve with me on my battle. I don't think he actually does that, so no, it doesn't feel too authentic to me. It
feels forced.
Because I have very strong opinions about
the characterization of Sonic characters. Thank goodness.
I've played all of these games except for Shadow. I never played Shadow.
I had a crush on Shadow.
I never played the Shadow the Hedgehog game where you have guns.
Oh god, you have guns?
Yeah, don't you remember Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, I don't know anything about, like, I just stopped paying attention to Sonic in, like, 99, maybe 96.
Probably
which I was a child.
Wise choice.
I was literally a child.
Well, like, in the year 2002, I think, they made, like, Shadow the Hedgehog got his own game. And it was really heavy on, like, the moral choice thing that was still being experimented with. But the other thing, like, the big selling point was that this was a harder, edgier, the Hedgehog game. So you got guns. And you could shoot guns. And like that was the most efficient way of killing enemies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But I never bothered with it. Like as soon as I learned about this game, because it was announced in March, I was like, this is an April Fool's Day joke.
Ha!
They're gonna spring this on us on April 1st, and it's totally gonna be not a real thing. But
no.
anyway, that was like the one Sonic game I have zero experience with, because I couldn't believe that they had actually done it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It sounds quite unnecessary, very unnecessary.
Well, like totally, it's completely weird because you still have that aesthetic of Sonic the Hedgehog
Which is very
with like
cute.
the cutesy, colorful, lively, like circus sort of feel, mixed with this gritty, hard-edged city life and also guns.
Stop making things gritty, 2K17. Please, I just like let
15
things be
years
funny.
ago, it did that. 15
Yeah.
years ago.
Just like Aaron and I were on YouTube and we were watching some stuff, and I guess DC has a bunch of new cartoons out on like the internet, on like YouTube that you can watch. And they're so like aggressively anti-gritty, and it really delights the shit out of me that they're like, because they did cartoons for Shazam, and like Shazam's not a fucking serious. You can't make Shazam serious. That's just not. It's a child who yells a word and then turns into a superhero. So they took it and made it almost like old school, like Mickey Mouse cartoony, where it's all very like, oh well, Billy, come here and let's teach you a lesson about how to be a good person.
I can't go in water when I'm the robot.
Really?
Yeah, check it out. Like this happened automatically.
Are you?
I'm a robot.
You're
and I
a
can't
hover.
get wet.
You're a hover. Oh.
Do.
It's like an archer. He really likes the hover boat, you know.
I don't like that show.
I could see why you wouldn't like
Unpopular
that show.
opinions time. I don't like Archer.
Um,
I liked the first season, I think. And I watched all of it, and I think I've also seen most of like second, third, fourth, and fifth seasons. And I understand why everyone else likes it, but like for me, I don't. And the reason why I don't is because like every episode the joke is that Archer gets really obsessed with this one thing as an expression of his hypermasculinity,
Yeah.
and he never lets go of it. Like it's just 100% that's his joke for this episode. And I don't know. I don't like it.
I have a lot of problems with Pam as a character.
Oh yeah.
Because like she's the fucking example of like hypersexualized and yet completely desexualized fat woman, which is like hashtag my life, where it's like
We've had this conversation in real life. We haven't had this on
Yeah.
the show before. But like people with body types like ours, we get cast as a very specific kind of sexual person if we ever cast as a sexual person.
where it's like kind of a joke, but
It's like for a real world example is like Queen Latifah in Chicago.
yeah, where she gets like this super spicy, hot, sexy
Super sexy
song.
number that if you're good to mama, mama's good to you. But like it's played as almost an absurd like joke.
Yeah.
It's not we're not legitimately supposed to find this sexy. We're
supposed to laugh at it
it's supposed to be funny. And you and I have both played those kinds of roles in things.
constantly. Oh my gosh, played them at the same time in the same numbers together before even.
Really?
I think no.
I was more. I was like the matron of that thing.
Yeah, no, because like I didn't do that song, but you've been in other numbers where we've done like the sexy.
Yeah. We used to be in a musical theater club.
Yeah. I used to like be I was musical director for a year. It was a whole thing.
How are we doing? Okay.
Yeah, we could probably after this cutscene.
Really should be paying attention to what's going on. Like,
yeah,
I'm just really going through the motions on this game
utterly
right now.
unengaged with this game. Sorry everybody about that, but I mean, we just
We're getting
talking
towards
about
the end
stuff
of
is
it,
sorta...
and like maybe it's our fault. We set a precedent of just like having a conversation today. But all right, let's talk about really quick recap of the plot before I end this episode.
You're a robot.
I just got the froggy, and then I got transported to the past because every character has to do this. Every character has to have their flashback scene.
Oh, God.
I'm a robot now.
Beep,
Bye. Until next time, I'm Jocelyn the boss.
And I'm the bear.
And
Bye.
yeah, bye.